think what it really comes down to, man, is like I never expect anything from anybody. Like I never my goal in reaching out and talking to you, JJ, for over the years was never because I wanted anything out of you, is because I value what you offer,
Yeah.
right? I valued your videos, I valued the way you looked at things, and it helped me with my personal life. And I always told you I saw a lot of myself in
Hmm.
you in 10 years. And so as an individual that's, is younger, I want to replicate that as much as possible without copying your life, obviously. But hey, I like how he did things. I like how he handles certain situations. And I do this with a lot of different people. It doesn't mean I have to I have to bug them on Instagram constantly. But if
Right.
they offer a clarity call, if they offer any sort of mentorship, I'm there, right? Because I want to pay them for their time. I want to make sure that, they know I value them. I'm not a guy, and I've always said this, I'm not a guy that smashes a like button or comments on every video for a lot of creators that I used to watch or still watch, but I'm there every video and I support and I value their information. And so I don't seek out a lot of different people, especially these days. But for somebody like that, like if they offer any sort of community or mentorship, like I have no joke spent tens of thousands of dollars on coaching and mentorship programs, like one-on-one coaching, any sort of masterminds, whatever. Like I'm there. I kind of laid off a little bit lately because there's a level of like you start to get self-help junkie and it's just start to become too much. But
Yeah.
I always found those opportunities, and so anytime I found somebody that I admired in any way of life, like I try to get close to them. And again, there's really no hidden agenda behind it. Like I wasn't secretly trying to go snowmobiling with JJ. I would have never thought that would have ever happened,
Right. Well,
But
that's
there's
the point I'm making. Sorry to cut you off. Like that's the point I'm making is, and I'm not saying this to make it sound like you were, reaching out to need help or that
yeah.
you wanted to talk or you wanted to be friends, because I didn't get that vibe at all. It just happened, dude. Like, you know what I mean? That's what's
And
so crazy is the fact
yeah,
that like you were able to, like, I don't know. And maybe it did have a lot to do with you and I have a lot of similarities and stuff like that. And we look alike,
for
so I
sure,
don't know.
But Jay, that's
it
happened
totally
with
could
all
be.
of us. That's happened with all of our internet relationship. These are the same questions we ask you and I. Like, how the hell like how the
That's
hell
so
did we,
true.
And I think there there is a like-minded individual out there like you, and
Yeah.
if there's a like-minded individual out there, they're going to feel like I when I hit 100,000 subscribers, right? I flew two of my subscribers out. I got
Hmm.
them an Airbnb for the weekend. We hung out at my house. We did drunken line dancing at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, and it's not to say like we play favorites, but it's just you just vibe with people sometimes, and it's. I mean, we're sitting on a rooftop bar in Austin last year, and just looking around, going like, "How the hell did this happen?" And then you guys went snowmobiling, and I'm still a little FOMO. So thanks for bringing that up. But it's awesome, and that's why I said like the wise beyond your years. I feel like the loser in the group being 40. Like that's probably better than I'm not there. I go to bed so early.
Well, another point I wanted to make with that too, real quick, and then we'll touch on his voicemail like we wanted to. But it really, I think the main thing is I want to make a point on for not only like anyone out there listening, but for myself also. Like I've gotten a lot better now. Like I always used to be the guy like I wasn't gonna like message anyone, but now like if I like Trevor said, if I see someone that I'm like vibing with and that has either made an impact on me somehow, or I want to somehow get in front of them or reach out to them or say something, I'll do it. Because like one, the person you're reaching out to, they don't have to, say anything back. And there's been people I've reached out to that has not said anything back. And I said, it's okay. Like people are busy. Trust me, I get it. I have a family. You know what I mean? Like, but the point I'm making is if you are like listening to someone that you may, it may be harder to get a hold of or something like that. Like Trevor said, if there's a way that you can pay for someone's time, like I think it's worth it. I definitely think the value is there. I've done it before. One, there's something about whenever you have a connection with someone and things resonate better. But two, also, there is a lot of value that people know more than you do. And
Mhm.
there's guys I've reached out to and I've had questions about something with money or something with a business or a real estate has been one I've reached out to quite a bit on. And I've gained so much knowledge from being able to do that. I don't know. I just wanted to make that point, Trevor, because you did a good job at,
Being you.
being able to
I
reach
think
out.
Yeah, appreciate it. I mean, I think there's really two things that come down to it. I pay for experience mainly. I pay for somebody that's more experienced than me in a specific category or more in where I want to be. And like I said, there's certain things I admire about certain people that, that maybe I admire one thing, but I don't admire another thing. I don't really care. I just try to get that one trait. So yeah, I'll pay for more experience and just to accelerate the process of learning or becoming a better version of myself. Right. I've always had this image. And there's one very beneficial class I took in college, and it was, it always talked about, there was an exercise that we did. This was very important. It was a visualization exercise, which I still do to this day. You close your eyes, and if you're thinking of a big decision or there's something going on in your life, or, we all got those things, right? Well, you close your eyes and you picture a board of directors, just like the stocks have, just like maybe you have as coaches, as a player on a team or whatever. You close your eyes and you see the board of directors in front of you. Now, that may be your mom, maybe your dad, maybe your grandpa, maybe your best friend, and they're all sitting at a table with you. And you talk about the decision you're about to make, and you figure out, you're saying, hey, I'm thinking about making this decision. What do you guys think? And while you're closing your eyes, you're visually seeing the response of what they would tell you, right? And what they would say. And the way I've always done it is I would think of all these people, and there was a bunch of different people on my board of directors, and I would try to be a blend of every single person. So every single characteristic of those board of directors, I would take something from them and mold it into myself. So Trevor's not a carbon copy of JJ or Brad or David Goggins or whoever you want to talk about, I'm my own person, but I take aspects from everybody that I admire and blend it into my own person. I know I kind of just went really fast there, but does that make sense?
Dude, that's so good. That's awesome, man.
I'm going to make a video about that.
That is it's so good.
You just hurt my brain. He just hurt my brain. I've had way too many good vibes to just hear that right now.
It's a very powerful exercise. And I know a lot of people aren't into meditation or visualization. I never was either. But as soon as I learned that and I close my eyes and you go to a spot that you really admire. So like where you feel comfortable. My favorite spot is at my parents' house or at my grandparents' house. Like it's just, you feel safe. There's nothing ever going to go wrong wherever it is. And you sit down with these people in your mind for about 5 minutes.
Damn.
And you go through and you see what they're going to say. And you just, it starts to make sense. And so if I can ever meet those people that are on my board of directors in real life, I would definitely do it. Right.
That's sick, man.
Talk about that for a long time because I've met some crazy people I would have never thought I'd meet from that exercise. I work with some people I never thought I'd talk to. Ever. So yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, like literally some creators that I work with to this day, they weren't on my board of directors, but they were untouchable. I could have never even talked to them. And now I go over and have dinner with them. You
don't have to say any names, but what's the biggest creator you work with, like sub-wise?
1.5
1.5 million.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's crazy.
5 million.
Dude,
I think one of those people might have been on our podcast once, so people have to go. Yes, people have to go back and speculate who that was that we're talking about.
And I probably could say names, but I really just
let them go back and find the episode.
Yeah, there's a couple, but